Hi dear students, myself Deepak More and today I am going to teach mathematics of standard 7, lesson number 21 and name of the lesson is data handling. As we learned in the last video about data, tabulation of data, mean and properties of mean. Today we will learn about median. So we will start with the median. So how the median is defined? The median is defined as it is the value which lies in the middle of the arranged data with half of the observations below it and the other half above it. Means it is a data in which the half of the observations will be below the numbers and half of the observations will be above the numbers. Simply we can define the median as median of a group of observation is the value of the array data which divides the group into two equal parts. Simply, median is an observations are given to us. If we divide it to that observations, then after dividing, it will divide into two equal parts. That will be a median of a particular observations. So we will learn by using example. Before going to learn about the example, there are two formulas to find out the median. If number of observations are r, then there is another formula, and if the number of observations are even, then the formula is different. So we will see one by one. So here the numbers are given to us 15, 12, 10, 9, 8, 13, 17. So the total number of observations are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number of observations are 7. As number of observations are 7, it means that the number of observations are odd. Then the formula for median, if number of observations are odd, then it is equals to n plus 1 by 2 term. If number of observations are odd, then the formula for the median is n plus 1 by 2 term. Now by putting the value of n as equals to 7, we will get the median as 7 plus 1 by 2 and this term. Then it is equals to 8 by 2 term and it is equals to 4th term. As we directly solve it, then there is a problem that if we corrected the 4th term 1, 2, 3, 4, it will be 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, it will be 9. But it will be wrong. Because before going to solve the example, we have to arrange these first of all in ascending or descending order. So now we will arrange them in ascending or descending order. So I am going to arrange them in ascending order. So the first value will be 8, then 9, then 10, and then 12, then 13, then 15, and then 17. So number of values we have to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, over. Now which term we have to get? 4th term. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then which is the 4th term? 12. Then the median of given equation is 12. This is how we can able to find out the median of odd number of terms. Now how to find out the median of even number of terms, that we will learn, and what is the formula for that also we will see. Now we will see another example for median. So here the example is as 3, 5, 9, 10, 11, 4, 5, 8, 12, 15. These are the observations which are given to us. So first of all, we have to arrange them in a ascending or descending order. So I am going to arrange them in a ascending order. So the first number will be as 3, then 4, then 5, again 5. There are two 5s, that's why 3, 4, 5, 5. Then afterwards 8, then 9, then 10, then 11, then 12, and the last one will be 15. So count the number of observations. The number of observations which is given in the example are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those are number of observations in the given example are 10. Here also we count by after ascending order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the both in a ascending one term you selected from this side and one term you selected from this side, then there will be a problem to get the proper answer. So let will select from left to right. So the fifth term will be as equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and the sixth term will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. So the values will be as half into 8 plus 9 is equals to 17, and it is equals to 17 by 2, and it is equals to 8.5. The median of the given observations will be 8.5, and the 8.5 is not present in the given observations, but the 8.5 is breaking the observations into two equal parts. The 8.5 will be present here, and it will break the two observations in the equal parts. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is how we learn about the median. Now the next topic of the lesson is mode. So what is meant by mode? How to solve the examples of the mode, that we will learn. Now we will learn what is meant by mode. So a mode of a set of observation is the value of the observations that occurs most frequently. It means that the mode of the observations is nothing but the value which is occurs most frequently, or it is defined as the number which appears maximum times in the given statistical data is called as mode. Means the number which appears mostly, that number is nothing but a mode in the given statistical data. Okay, and again it is defined as mode is the number whose frequency is maximum. It means that mode is the number if we have the observations, and in that observation one of the number is having the more frequency, whose frequency will be more, that number will be a mode of that particular how many times, and by using that we can find out the mode as by with the help of the definition. Though the definition tells to us that the number which is repeated mostly or most time, that will be a mode of that particular observation. So let here 8 is repeated 4 times, 3 is repeated 1 time, 5 2 times, 6 1 time, 7 2 times, 10 1 time, 12 1 time, and 15 is 1 time. So the most repeated number is 8. That's why the 8 will be mode of the given observations. And this is how we can find out the mode of given observations. Now we will turn to the next topic of the lesson, that is nothing but a bar graph, and which is the last topic of the lesson. So let we will learn what is meant by bar graph and how to draw a bar graph. Now we will learn what is meant by bar graph. So a bar graph is the simplest and most widely used graph in which the numerical data is represented by the height of rectangular bars of the equal widths. So let we will solve the example. So we have the example as there are subjects and number of students are having the favorite of that particular subjects. So let the English is having 32 students whose favorite is English. 18 students is having Hindi as a favorite subject. 28 students is having mathematics as a favorite subject, and 40 students is having science as a favorite subject. 36 history and 26 geography. So by using this particular data we have to draw a graph. So before going to draw a graph, we have to make sure that there will be 2 columns which are representing the axes of x and y. At the x-axis we will write favorite subjects, and on the y-axis we will write number of children. Numbers we are writing on the y-axis. While writing the numbers, we have to not write that as it is the numbers on the y-axis. We have to see that which is the bigger number in that, and more bigger of that we have to write. So the bigger number is in this observation is 40. That's why I wrote the biggest number is in the particular axis 45, and the smallest number is 18, and I started from the 5. So as I started from the 5, then I will count the table of 5, or I will mix the 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's why I did it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I made equal parts of each 1 centimeter in the graph paper. As I am not using the graph paper, but the graph paper is having the 1 square for each, then that is nothing but a 1 centimeter. So as on each 1 centimeter I put 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 and 45. Now as I place here, now I will draw the columns, bar columns of the same size. It is compulsory that we have to draw the bar graphs of the same size to represent the graph paper. So let we will see the first one is English. So English is having 32 favorite students. So let we will see that 30 is here, and suppose that we have 32 here. So I will make the one graph, one bar here. It is nothing but a English. Okay, add the 32. Now the next one is equals to 18. Though 18 will be here, so I will draw the Hindi as here of the same width, and it will be equals to 18. The size of the bars have to be always same. Now the next one is mathematics, 28. 28 will be here, and I will draw the mathematics here. and it will be equals to 28. Now the next one will be science. Then the science is equals to 40 and 40 is here, so I will make here 1 bar 40. Here 40. And the next one is history, that is equals to 36. 36 will be here. It will be history. And the last one will be geography, and it will be equals to 26. So 26 will be here. So I will draw here 26 as in a bar. And it will be equals to geography. So this is how we can draw the bar by using a graph paper. It is not having the good sense of look because I not use the graph paper. But if you will use the graph paper to draw the bar, then it will be very good to see, as well as you can get a very perfect columns in a straight way. So the rules I will repeat once again. Then the rules are as: names of the different subjects are taken along a horizontal axis, and names of the children or number of the children will be taken as a vertical axis. So this is a vertical axis, this is a horizontal axis, that is nothing but x and y. The second one is what? The height of a bar is proportionally drawn according to the number it represented. Then the height of this bar is proportionally drawn. Here 32 numbers were there, then I drawn 32. Here 18 were there, that's why I drawn 18. Here 28 were there, here I drawn 28. So this is how we have to draw a proportional height of the bars. Next one is bars drawn can be of any suitable width, but width of all bars must be same. And which are the bars we are drawing? These bars which are we drawn, it will be always same. It means that the size of the bars will be same. If this is of 3 cm, it will also be of 3 cm, it is also of 3 cm, it is also of 3 cm, and this also be of 3 cm, and this also of 3 cm. Not height, the size, this width. Next one is the space between consecutive bars must also be same. It is not necessary that the space between the consecutive bars is same as the width of the bars. It is also must that the space in between the bars must also be same. This space given in between them. It is not must that how much bars width is there, that much width we have to leave in these spaces. If we left this much and the bar width and the space width will be different, then also no problem. But what is the width we gave here in the spaces, that will be always equal. Fifth one, these bars are normally shaded for better effect, and for better effect we can shade the bars by using colors or by using a pencil. So this is for today. Have a good day. Bye dear students.